Good afternoon from Ratliff Stadium in Odessa, Texas, where the Dallas Jesuit Rangers meet the Permian Panthers in exciting high school football this afternoon in a game that is really the biggest mismatch of all time at Ratliff Stadium, probably. We have the pregame show brought to you by the Texas Institute of Sports Medicine. Odessa Permian should be on a walking breeze today. This is Don Scott upstairs. Kurt Kaiser's down on the field. And I will have to say this to you, Kurt. If the Dallas Jesuit Rangers win today, it will have to rank as the biggest upset in the history of Texas high school football. But we'll go down to Kurt. He's got the starting lineups.
Don, normally when we have a Saturday afternoon game, it's a playoff game. Well, this is definitely not a playoff game, not even close to a playoff atmosphere, but it is the 89 homecoming for the Permian Panthers, and we'll look forward to the homecoming celebration, which should be celebrated with a very big Permian victory today. Permian heavy favorites in this game, and let's look at the offensive unit, first of all, that is expected to put several points on the board throughout the Saturday afternoon here against Dallas Jesuit. Leading the way, first of all, at quarterback, it'll be Stoney Case once again. Stoney, senior, 167 pounds, 6'1". He is the leader for this offensive unit for the Panthers. Brian Rogers will start once again at fullback, replacing the injured Chris Comer. Brian is 5'8", 166 pounds, and he is a senior. Arve Villa, the tailback, 5'7", 154 pound senior. At the wingback slot, it is brother Adrian Villa. Adrian is 5'9", 175 pounds, and he is a senior. Lloyd Hill, the All-Stater split end. Lloyd, 6'1", 178 pound senior. Panthers could throw a little bit more today. Look for Lloyd Hill to have a big day. Mike Faulkner, the tight end, 6 foot, 174 pounder, and he is a junior. Looking at the line now, the tackle, Jonathan Golden, one of the tackles, 6 foot and 185 pound senior. At the guard spot, it is Todd Crump, 6 foot, 192 pound senior. Center is David Connor, 6 foot, 186 pound senior. The other guard is Todd Allen, 5'9", 179 pound senior. And the other tackle is Robbie Bentley, 5'10", 195 pound senior. Doing the kicking for the Panthers will be Clint Stewart, 5'9", 160 pound junior. That's the offensive unit as far as the Permian Panthers are concerned. And now the defense that'll be trying to stop those Panthers for the Rangers from Dallas Jesuit. Kevin Brophy is the defensive end, 5'10", 200 pound senior. Defensive tackle is Greg Vandeloon, 5'11", 215 pound senior. The other defensive tackle, Jeff Boldrick, 5'9", 207 pound sophomore. Defensive end, 6'5", 230 pound senior, Chris Hatcher, and he's expected to be one of the good prospects from this Dallas Jesuit team. Linebacking core starting with Bobby Morin, 5'11", 180 pound senior, or sophomore that is. Middle linebacker is David Van Miller, 5'11", 190 pound senior. The other linebacker is John Ledford, 5'11", 195 pound senior. As we look at the cornerbacks, Adrian Cantu, 5'9", 160 pound senior. Kevin Bauer is the other cornerback, 5'8", 150 pound senior. Safety is Jamie Desmet, 6 foot, 180 pound senior. The other safety, Brian McMaster, 5'10", 180 pound senior. And the punter is Kevin Bauer, 5'8", 150 pound senior. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Rangers from Dallas Jesuit. We're just a few moments away from the kickoff. We'll send it back upstairs for some final pregame comments from Don Scott.
Thank you, Kurt. Like I said, I don't mean to be disparaging about the Dallas Jesuit Rangers, but their enrollment has dropped. It's a private school, over $4,000 a year to go there. Not too many folks can afford it, and they have about 35 people dressed out for this afternoon's game. It is a very big mismatch, and you say, well, then why in the world is Permian playing? This is the open date for Permian in their district schedule. They needed someone to play. They didn't want to have the week off. They signed a contract last year and played Dallas Jesuit for the first time. They're playing them again this afternoon. And really, Dallas Jesuit, you've got to give them credit. They've got to have a lot of courage to come in here and face this Odessa Permian team this afternoon. We'll be back with the opening kickoff and take a look at some of the things that Gary Gaines has got cooked up for Jesuit this afternoon right after we take a timeout, and then we'll be back with the opening kickoff. The pregame show brought to you by the Texas Institute of Sports Medicine.
Breathe, breathe. For heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We created the Sony Handycam video camcorder to be a part of some memorable trips, some fascinating journeys, some unforgettable memories. But nothing compares to a trip we took in May of 1989, when the Sony Handycam was a privileged passenger on the Space Shuttle Atlantis. After preserving memories for so many families, we're proud to have had the opportunity to preserve them for history.
Carwell Service Incorporated, Odessa, Texas, buys leases for production and for salvage. CAR specializes in maintenance work, workovers, and completions. They also specialize in plug and abandonment. Carwell Service Incorporated has cement mud mixing equipment, Gardner Denver PA8 triplex pumps, and casing jacks rated at 1 million pounds. Carwell Service Incorporated also has used production equipment, used tubing, and used casing for sale.
Get ready. CBS is getting harder. Get ready. The songs are gonna fly. Get ready. We're gonna take you higher every time you look us in the eye. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
I'm ready.
Get ready for CBS.
Homecoming is a time to have some fun, and the Permian Panthers have had a lot of it this season on the football field. The Panthers are ranked second in the state with their 6-0 record. In District 4-5A, Permian has put lots of points on the scoreboard, their latest effort a 48-zip thrashing of Abilene. Today, the Panthers get a break from the district wars as they face Dallas Jesuit, a team that likes tough opponents. Last year, Permian whipped Jesuit 48-2. Can we have another blowout? Find out in Permian's Homecoming on Channel 7 High School Football next.
It's a Saturday afternoon high school football game and Homecoming 89 for the Permian Panthers. Kurt Keinzer along with Don Scott with today's game, Permian versus Dallas Jesuit, brought to you by Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital, Harold's Electronics, Carwell Service, and Medessa Telephone. The Permian Panthers are just about ready to come onto the field for this homecoming game, looking for win number 7 in a row, win number 7 on the year, and Don, unless there is an earthquake here, they'll get it.
Okay, the Permian Panthers, an earthquake here. I tell you what, there's one young man for the Dallas Jesuit team. If he falls down, it may cause an earthquake. A large young man. The Permian Panthers won the toss. They declined. They declined till the second half on their choice, but they will kick off. Dallas Jesuit will be receiving.
And the captains once again for the Permian Panthers in 89 are Lloyd Hill, Steve Womack, and Jeff Garrett. Of course, Jeff, tight end for the team, will not be playing once again due to injury. Hopefully he'll be back in a little while. He does have that walking cast now off of his foot as I see him going to the sidelines right now. The captains for Dallas Jesuit, Jamie DeSmet, Liddell Hill, John Ledford, and Chris Hatcher. Lloyd Hill and Steve Womack joining their teammates behind the sign which says the real king still lives, and that, of course, the Permian Panther.
King.
But
that looks kind of like a Mojo Elvis on
well, you got to see the Panther is dressed up in
like,
his king outfit here
like
today, too.
Elvis.
Like Elvis.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Elvis.
That's the one.
Hey, did Coach Gaines leave a couple of tickets at the gate for
Oh,
him?
he might have, just like Jerry Glanville. And here come the Panthers. As we've said already, and as we will continue to remind you through the game, Permian is a heavy favorite in this ball game. In fact, the Harris poll has picked the Panthers by 48 points, which is a pretty big...
That's prohibitive.
Yeah, it's a pretty big spread to cover, but chances are the Panthers will cover that and maybe a little bit more. Last year, Permian won this ball game 48-2. First meeting ever between the two schools.
And
the
only
2 points.
Right. The only exciting thing was the 2-point play.
Right. The 2 points came when Permian had a fumble on the try for a point after, and Jesuit intercepted a pass and ran it all the way down. Speaking of passes, you see Stoney Case, starting quarterback for the Panthers, warming up on the sidelines, getting ready for action in this one here this afternoon, and Stoney should see action, but probably not a lot of action. You play a game like this, Don, and one of the goals I know for Permian is, of course, to win and to play well, but another goal is not to have any of your key players injured.
Yes.
And that's another reason I think that Gary Gaines will get those starters out of there fairly soon.
Well, this is a game everybody, wonders why you play it, but you hate to have an open week where you don't have anything. It breaks the intensity and the routine, so you try to pick up someone to play. And with the odd number of teams now in the district, everybody has an open week during district play. There's not many people you can find that have an open day the same day you do, so you find whoever you can to play.
Dallas Jesuit comes into this game with a record of 0-6, but they play one of the toughest schedules in the state of Texas. As you look at their lineup so far, they have played Plano, Plano East, Lakeview Centennial, 3 5A schools, and also the rest of their schedule would go down to 4A schools. And as I said, they haven't won yet, but they played some pretty tough teams. A couple of top tenors in there. And there's another top tenor here today.
A top tenor?
Top tenor.
Which orchestra is that, or which choir does he sing with?
Well, that's better than playing the bass, you see, which can't play football quite as well as the tenors. That's a whole other story.
This is going to be a very silly game, I can tell.
It's going to be a long, yes.
You're going to have to improve your jokes on this one.
Well, the Jesuit Rangers ready to kick the ball on down the field. Program said the Permian Panthers versus the Dallas Jesuits. Well, that's not exactly right. It's Dallas Jesuit Rangers who are playing in this ball game today. So let's make that correction for those of you that have your programs in front of your set after watching the game this afternoon, taking notes.
Right. I tell you what, it's amazing. There is a fairly decent crowd here from Dallas Jesuit. The school only has an enrollment of 630 people, and they've brought a pretty good crowd with them down here.
Chad Holloman ready to kick it off. High, deep, long kick will be taken in the end zone and down to the end zone. That's Arve Villa, who says we want to start from the 20, and that's where the Panthers will start it. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And we don't have statistics on how many times we've had a touchback on a kickoff, but it hasn't been many.
Not too often. There is a pretty stiff breeze blowing kind of out of the southwest, I guess, to the northeast. The way the flags look like they're unfurling.
Gary Gaines looking out at his offensive unit. They are expected to go to the air quite a bit in the early part of this ball game. And they'll do it with the first play. It's caught by Lloyd Hill. Hill will struggle out of bounds.
Pickup of about 7 on the play. Just a little quick hitch pattern out to Lloyd Hill.
Adrian Cantu coming up from the cornerback slot to make the stop on Lloyd Hill. Coach Gary Gaines saying he doesn't really expect to try anything different today, just perfect what they've been doing all year long as they take the break from district. They have Cooper next week, and then the big matchup with the Lee Rebels in 2 weeks at Memorial Stadium in Midland. Hill goes wide to the left side. Also left will be Adrian Villa. Pitch comes right side to Arve Villa. Arve has a first down at the 30. Arve Villa fumbles the football, but the Panthers recover it back at the 41-yard line. Falling on it for Permian was Jonathan Golden, as Arve made a nice move, and it looked like he would break into the open. However, he left the football behind. Heads-up play by Golden keeps the football in Permian's possession.
Forgot an important piece of luggage. I was trying to see if he got... Yeah, the guy grabbed his arm. Grabbed his arm, and the 88 grabbed his arm and stripped the ball away from him.
Play made there by John Ledford for the Rangers. 1st and 10 from Permian's own 40. Hill right, Villa right. That's Adrian. The throw to Lloyd Hill, caught at the 45, spins into Jesuit territory at the 51, over the 50-yard line. Kevin Bauer in on the stop. We're playing Canadian football today. That's the 48-yard line where Lloyd Hill finally goes down.
The 51. Where'd it go, Kurt?
Yeah, that's a new little wrinkle there. I said they wouldn't try anything different. I was wrong. They're trying a new field. 2 out of the 3 offensive plays have been passes to Lloyd Hill. Under the 11-minute mark. Hill is right. This time it is Alan Wiles to the left side. 1 man in the backfield. Arve Villa. No, that's Arve Villa in motion. In the backfield, Brian Rogers. The pass to Lloyd Hill. First down inside the 40-yard line, brought down by David Bandmiller, middle linebacker.
Lloyd Hill just running little quick patterns, little 2-step drop by Stoney Case and whap right on the target. Lloyd Hill taking a pretty good lick there.
Permian has had 4 plays from scrimmage, and 3 of those have been first downs. 12-yard pickup there, takes it to the 37. Hill is to the left. Wiles is in motion. Case hands the football off. Fumble on the play, and Jesuit has recovered. Greg Vandaloon made the first hit for the Rangers, and they have stopped the Permian Panthers. Permian was moving the football. They fumbled twice. They lose the second one, so they lose possession. Kevin Bauer finally fell on it for the Rangers.
Of course, this is the biggest danger, of course, for Permian coming into the ball game is a lack of intensity and concentration coming in, and that can hurt you in a ball game like this. And besides that, someone can get hurt.
First and 10 Rangers from their own 38-yard line. Mike Millardy at quarterback. They keep it on the ground, and the Panthers are there. Billy Little paid for it by Chad Williams. Hit him hard as Little tried the middle of the field and didn't make it.
Little got little.
Billy Little, 5'11", 190-pound senior, met up with 6'4", 239-pound Chad Williams. Chris McMillan also there. 2 defensive tackles. Keen on the fullback for the Rangers.
Football blew away.
2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. Clock will move with 9:45 and counting down left in the first quarter. First offensive possession for Dallas Jesuit. Millardy goes out right side and will be brought down shy of a first down. Chris McMillan again making the play as Millardy keeps it and takes the ball to the 45-yard line. Setting the offense for the Rangers, Art Armenta will be the center. Darrell Calvin and Stuart Robinson are the 2 guards. Tackles, Liddell Hill, Pat Lancaster. A little bit of size, the right side of the line. Both 230-pounders. The left side, 280, and one 200-pounder. The center is 190 pounds.
A little bit of size.
3rd and 3 from the 45, under the 9-minute mark. On the ground, Permian stops him. Chad Holloman, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Johnny Seeley, coming up from the cornerback slot. And it'll be 4th down for the Rangers.
He gets crunched in the middle. Absolutely, no one really got a good block in there for him, and the Permian defenders just shedding the blocks and hit him hard.
Steve Womack also making a big play. Don, one of the questions for Permian continues to be the defense. Despite the fact they keep shutting people out, many people are still a little concerned about the defensive effort for the Panthers. So they'd like to work on that just a little bit today. 4th and 3, so the Rangers will be punting it out, getting the kick away from about the 35-yard line. The left footer puts it high. Taken at the 15 by Arve Villa. Villa looking for the sideline. Now he cuts back up inside. He's still on his feet as he goes down at the 38-yard line. Nice return by Arve Villa.
Good job of running by Arve Villa that time. If he could have got just a little bit more room, he would have made it all the way.
Mike Millardy, the quarterback, came on down and finally made the stop on Arve.
Does a good job cutting up there behind a block. Does a little stutter step there, gets behind another block, and then the white-shirted, gold-helmeted ones from Dallas Jesuit close in.
So we're midway through the first quarter with no score. Panthers' second offensive series. 1st and 10. They start from their own 39. On the ground to Arve Villa. Villa midfield.
Oh.
Arve is going to score. The shutout is history. And that's a mojo touchdown. Number 1.
Quick and sudden, friends. Watch this. Arve Villa just on a quick outside play and just no one. One man got a hand on him barely. Really didn't have a shot at tackling him, and he's got a big convoy going all the way to the end zone. I think the biggest problem for Arve this afternoon, if he stays out there very long, is how tired can he get after running 60-yard wind sprints.
Scoring drive, 1 play, 10 seconds, 61 yards. And the extra point is good. So with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play, the Permian Panthers on top against Dallas Jesuit, 7-0. We'll be back with more action from Ratliff Stadium in just a moment.
I needed a doctor. My wife called the physician's referral service at Odessa's Women's and Children's Hospital, you know, Phil. And my new doc is great. But I was just a little nervous about going to a women's and children's hospital for day surgery. Well, not to worry, he says. They'll do a great job and it's convenient and affordable. And you know, he was right. Hey! From now on, Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital is my hospital, too.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
In today's business world, the telephone is indispensable. Even the slightest downtime can affect sales and service. That's why Modesto Telephone Systems offers Ultracom AT, a product of Thai Communications, perfect for small to mid-sized companies. Discover the high performance of Ultracom AT and other unique phone systems at Modesto. Home-owned and operated so your investment stays here in your community. With service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Modesto today for a free cost estimate. Modesto Telephone Systems, your local telephone company, 563-0266.
A world of extraordinary sharpness and detail from Sony and Harold's Electronics. Harold's Electronics can show you Sony's new 8mm high-performance camcorders. They record a picture in exceptionally low light and weigh as little as mini 35mm cameras. Choose the one to fit your needs and you'll enjoy a new, sharper image. How sharp? This commercial was recorded with a Sony Hi8 camcorder. Sony's new 8mm camcorders, in a word, excellence. From Sony and Harold's Electronics, Midland and Odessa.
Carwell Service Incorporated, Odessa, Texas, buys leases for production and for salvage. Car specializes in maintenance work, workovers, and completions. They also specialize in plug and abandonment. Carwell Service Incorporated has cement mud mixing equipment, Gardner Denver PA8 triplex pumps, and casing jacks rated at 1 million pounds. Carwell Service Incorporated also has used production equipment, used tubing, and used casing for sale.
Back at Ratliff Stadium as the Permian High School fans celebrating Homecoming 89. And they've celebrated early with a touchdown from Arve Villa. For Arve, his 9th touchdown of the run, or touchdown of the year. He has 59 points on the year. There's the return by the Rangers. Stopped inside the 20-yard line. Trent Hendrick on the hit. Ball carrier was Jamie DeSmet, one of the captains for the Rangers. So with 7:38 to go in the first quarter, the Rangers' second offensive series. First time it was 3 plays and a punt. See what they do this time. Get a look at the far sidelines.
Really?
Gary Pasqua.
Really, that was a pretty short kick. It was fairly high, but it was a fairly short kick. He ran a lot of east and west, and then when he tried to turn north and south, there was some blacks there.
Fred Wellington comes wide left. Mike Millardy at the quarterback, has his backs offset to the left side, keeps it on the ground to Chad Holloman. Holloman goes over the 20-yard line. Tripped up after about a 3, maybe 4-yard pickup.
Right at 5-yard pickup.
Zane Watson on the stop. One of the linebackers, Greg Kwiatkowski back in there now for Permian at the middle linebacker slot after missing much of the early part of the season due to an injury. 2nd and 5 from the 22. Again, it's Wellington to the left side. Millardy has a man in motion, movement along the line by Pat Lancaster.
Penalty markers on the play.
Of Dallas Jesuit.
And the play had to be going to the other side because he was standing straight up as he started to make his move that time.
Legal procedure.
Well, that brings 2nd and 10. I told you he gained 5 on the first.
Yeah. Still a ball pushed back to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 17-yard line. Under the 7-minute mark, left in the first quarter. Wellington is left. Judd Clements goes to the right side. Now comes split on the right. Backs offset to the left. Behind junior quarterback Mike Millardy. Millardy looks to throw for the first time. In the middle, it is, almost intercepted. It's incomplete.
Almost intercepted and then hit the receiver right in the gut. If he hadn't jumped, he'd have caught it.
Greg Kwiatkowski was close to that football. But as Don mentioned, the receiver then had a best shot at it.
Threw it off of his back foot, and it hit him right in the arm. I mean, you can't hit him any better.
Trent Hendrick was there defending for Permian. And pressure on the quarterback by Chris McMillan. Clock will stop with 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Wellington left, Clements left. That was the first pass attempt again by the Rangers. Looks like they'll try it again on 3rd and 10. Millardi, instead on the draw, and that is stopped right away by Permian. Few people there, led by Chris McMillan.
Absolutely no one was fooled on that draw play.
Trent Hendrick came up there as well. See, Chris, number 60, he's the one that gets the first hit along with Trent Hendrick. They double-teamed him pretty well and then brought him to the turf once the teammates came in and helped. 1-yard loss will make it 4th and 11. And so for the second time, the Rangers drop back in punt formation under the 6-minute mark. Chad Holloman will get the kick away from about his own 5-yard line. Good snap. Holloman has time. High wobbler will be brought down on a fair catch. Fumbled on the play by Arve Villa, but the Panthers will have it in Jesuit territory. So Permian, good field position as they start their 3rd offensive series. Clock will stop with 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. David Connor comes up to the ball. Connor, 6 foot, 186-pound senior, started all the games as the center for the Permian offense. Now the Panthers put Lloyd Hill out to the left side. On the right, it's Arve Villa along with Alan Wiles. Stoney Case gives it to Brian Rogers. Rogers stopped as he hits the 45-yard line. Greg Bandaloon making the stop on Rogers. Rogers in there for the injured Chris Comer. And the word on Comer is better than we thought when the injury was first sustained against Midland High, as Chris was expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. It looks like he may see some action next week against Abilene Cooper.
That would be good for him to get a little action before he takes on the tough game against Abilene or against Midland Lee.
2nd and 8, the ball at the 45. Case looks to throw, looking for Lloyd Hill. Has time down the field, and it is incomplete. Hill had to go in and out of his hands to the 15-yard line.
Pretty good defensive coverage that time. Lloyd Hill should have probably felt like he should have caught the ball, but there was pretty good coverage on him. They had him covered both deep and in front. And he does he goes up after the ball, and he actually has a shot at it, but he had 2 defenders right on top of him.
Kevin Bauer and Jamie DeSmet back defending for the Rangers. So 2nd and 8 becomes 3rd and 8. Clock will stop with 5:05 to go in the first quarter of play. Permian leading 7-0. Full house backfield, double tight end. Now they split out with Hill to the left, Wiles left. Case. Completed to Alan Wiles at the 30. Wiles down to the 25-yard line. A Permian first down on the completion to Alan Wiles.
Boy, he was real close to being across the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball that time. Line of scrimmage is right on the 45. Let's watch him there. No, I guess he was back a yard or so. Good call by the refs.
For Alan Wiles, that'll be his 9th reception of the year. David Bandmiller, Greg Bandaloon making the stop for the Rangers. It's 1st and 10 Permian at the Jesuit 24-yard line. 4:40 and counting. The pitch comes to Arve Villa. Arve inside the 20-yard line down to the 19.
Arve Villa, the ball carrier.
Chris Hatcher bringing him down for the Rangers. After a 5-yard pickup, we'll make it 2nd and 5. We do have a stiff breeze in this ball game, but it's got to be hot down there today, Don, on the AstroTurf.
Really does. It's a very warm day, especially after the cool weather we've had earlier this week, and that's going to be a little tiring.
Hill right, Wiles right. Case looks to throw, completes it to Lloyd Hill. Hill will have the football down to the 10-yard line. Another Panther first down as Lloyd Hill made the completion. Jamie DeSmet the stop. And Lloyd Hill has 4 receptions, I believe, here in the first quarter. Not for long yardage, but they're getting the job done.
Well, Lloyd Hill shows some intestinal fortitude here. He knows that safety is coming right across at him. He's running right into his arms, but he catches the ball, makes a good little quick step, and avoids the first hit, but he knew he was going to get hit when he caught that one.
Coming in, Lloyd Hill, the leading receiver in 4.58, 23 receptions, 607 yards. Well, he's already added 4 more to that as far as receptions go, much more yardage. Hand off to Brian Rogers as they try the middle of the line. Short pickup, a couple of yards. David Bandmiller in the middle, making a stop for the Rangers.
Sets up a 2nd and goal to go from about the 8 1/3 yard line.
8 1/3? Okay.
8 1/3. 8.333.
The drive for Permian started from the 48-yard line. That was Jesuit's 48. As we come down on the 3-minute mark, they've moved to the Jesuits' 8. Case fakes the handoff, looks in the end zone, and that's a mojo touchdown. Number 2 to Mike Faulkner.
Well, wide open Mike Faulkner standing in the end zone. Play action pass. He tosses it to him. Faulkner's got a 5-yard cushion in every direction as he catches the ball, drops the turf with it. Nice catch, nice throw.
For Mike Faulkner, his 2nd touchdown of the year. Permian's 2nd touchdown of the day as Clint Stewart is in to try for the point after. There's 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter, and the extra point is good. So the Panthers successful once again, ending up that drive with the football in the end zone, and it's 14-0. Permian leading Dallas Jesuit.
Well, obviously, Coach Gaines is using his passing attack and using his opportunity to work on a passing attack, something that Permian doesn't do a whole lot of during the year, but they have been throwing the ball more in recent years, and they working on it today. It also keeps your running backs from getting bruised up and beat up as they run into the line and etc. So it's kind of a nice change of pace, makes it a little more exciting and a little more fun for the kids.
Scoring drive for Permian, 6 plays, 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go, 48 yards. As you see on the sidelines there, Trapper O'Connell is taping up one of the Panthers. I can't see who it is. Arve Villa beside him. No, that is Arve. Okay.
It is Arve.
It's Arve. Looked like he was standing beside there. I'm not used to these games in the sunlight. It distorts the vision.
And brother...
No, it's Adrian. I'm sorry. Adrian Villa.
Yeah, Adrian being taped. Arve's over checking on Adrian.
Right. There's the kick. Rangers come down with it, and will go down with it.
Short kick, balloons going across the field in a big bundle.
Kevin Mannix the stop.
Gives you an idea of where the wind is going across the field. Is
it going to clear the stands on the far side? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Updraft.
Balloons cleared the stands, and they're up. There they go.
There they go. Up, up, and away.
Nice balloon shot. That'd make a good song. Nice balloon shot by Larry Shackelford. There's a flag shot. You can see that breeze down there. I keep saying breeze. It's a wind at this
right.
stage, isn't it? Yeah,
wind.
It's a wind. There we go.
Yes. Sound effects.
Cue the sound man.
Oh, boy.
1st and 10 from Jesuit's 30.
Ooh.
Stacked up is Billy Little.
Bad part of that is he's not only stacked up, he is stood up.
Linebacking core for the Panthers, Zane Watson, Robbie Manelli, and Brian Kwiatkowski.
Ooh, they stand him up and bend him over backwards.
Two minutes and 15 seconds left to go. I'm sorry, I said Brian. Greg Kwiatkowski.
Greg, yes.
Brian's
Greg.
his older brother who played, of course, for Permian.
And he'll really love you for that one.
Well, they like to be remembered. 2nd and 8. Paid me an extra little $5 for that. Jesuit with running room. 1st down, Rangers. Brought down by Lloyd Hill. Flag, is that a flag or no, it's not a flag. I think it was just his mouth guard or a piece of tape off of his uniform when the hit was made by Lloyd Hill on Chad Holloman, who picks up the Rangers' first down of the day.
Okay, got the ball out down to the 41-yard line. Excitement time is starting here.
Well, you know, there's certain times where you've got to be honest. And there's not a lot of electricity in the air here for this game today, is there?
It's rather a sunbather's afternoon at the ballpark.
Mike Millardi at quarterback. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Jesuit's best offensive series to date.
I tell you what, the man who took the fake that time wishes the world that he had never taken a fake because he really got stuffed.
Johnny Seeley finally stopping quarterback Mike Millardi.
But the big hit on this play comes right there. Whoa, did he hit him. Oh, that was Todd Allen that came in and put some real hurting time on number 41, what's his name? Billy Little. Billy Little didn't get the ball, but he sure did get hit.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8 to the 43. Under the minute mark in the first quarter. Millardy keeps the football, pays for it, brought down behind the line. Steve Womack, the stop.
A rather rude tackle that time.
Yes, it was. See, Steve's got one of those Darth Vader face guards on today, I think.
Wow. Ooh.
That's about how Darth Vader would do it, too.
Yeah, he put his head in the turf.
Boy, that makes you look big and mean. Well, Steve's already big. And
he looks
pretty mean. Now, he's a nice guy, you know.
A nice guy, but upon times when he gets on the football field, he is not what you would call a gentle person.
He's testy. 3rd and 10. Ball just across Jesuit's own 40-yard line. Millardy to throw. Airs it out deep right side, and this one will be out of bounds. Back defending Kevin Mannix and Trent Hendrick. Time has run out in the first quarter of play here at Atlas Stadium, and the game is pretty much on form. The Panthers 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. After one complete, they lead it 14-0. This is the Channel 7 Sports Production.
JR's Off-Road Racing Complex and Coca-Cola present the last big event of the season. It's Sand Drag Racing Sunday, October 22nd, featuring dragsters, sandrails, and ATVs. Plus, see Mark Miller's Blown Funny Car against Johnny Oldham's Injected Alcohol Dragster. Admission $5, underage $2. Celebrate Halloween at Heartland, featuring Steve O'Neill, plus comedy acts, costume contest, happy hour specials, and The Witch's Brew.
Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas. Don't let them throw cans from them old pickup trucks. Don't let them throw bottles and papers and such. When you travel the Lone Star in your pickup or your old car, don't you dump on these fine Texas roads. She's a pride and a pleasure. She's a national treasure. She deserves some respect, don't you know? Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas. Keep your trash off these roads. She's a fine yellow rose. Treat Texas like someone you love.
A message from Willie Nelson and your State Department of Highways.
Breathe. For heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Okay. As we begin the second quarter, the Rangers begin it with a punt. And the Panthers coming down with it. Lloyd Hill has the football, tight ropes it down to the 45-yard line.
Could not quite stay in bounds. If he had stayed in bounds, it would have been back in the Jesuit end of the field again. Lloyd Hill doing a good job catching the punt on the run.
Chris Hatcher pushing him out. Actually just there as Lloyd fell out. 11:53 to go in the first half. And the Panther offense is back out there. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Are you trying to say Lloyd had a falling out?
I think that's it, yes. A falling out of bounds. Hill goes left along with Adrian Villa. Rogers and Arve Villa in the backfield. Now Adrian goes to the right side. Handoff coming to Arve Villa, who slips at the 49. Robbie Moran, one of the linebackers for the Rangers, bringing him down.
About a 4.5-yard pickup on the play. 4 yards, give him that way.
Arve came in, the number 4 rusher in the district, 530 yards coming in. Everyone, of course, chasing Ferris Strambler. who once again last night went over the 200-yard mark.
And no one's going to catch him.
2nd and 6 from the 49. Case throws, incomplete and intercepted.
First interception of the year.
Stoney had a goal of no interceptions in '89. He didn't make it. As he's been intercepted, he can still make it in district, of course. Kevin Bauer came down with it as Stoney overthrew the intended receiver that time, and I'm not sure who that was.
Stoney had to recock there and kind of threw it off balance.
It's Arve Villa. He's trying to hit.
Villa, and he was way over Arve's head. Arve couldn't get that tall.
So the Panthers, an uncharacteristic 2 turnovers here in the first half of play.
Well, as I alluded to before, that's a lack of concentration, and it's very difficult when you're picked as a 38, 40-point favorite over another team. It's very difficult to keep your concentration level where you normally would play.
1st and 10 Jesuit from their own 35-yard line. Millardy hands it off to Chad Holloman. Holloman stopped for a short gain. So it'll be 2nd down after a 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9 as Greg Kwiatkowski was in on the stop that time for Permian. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the homecoming ceremonies for '89, and the Permian homecoming queen candidates for this year include Shelby Adams, Rena Dominguez, Amy Lambert, Tracy Lawrence, Danielle Tips, Mona Spears, Darcy Rushing, Lynette Neidert. So we'll find out which one of those young ladies will be the homecoming queen. As there's the king down there.
As the Rangers got dropped for another loss in the backfield,
Greg Kwiatkowski doing the job once again.
Greg Kwiatkowski read the play quickly, came through, made the step.
Ooh, nice stop by Kwiatkowski.
Good read by Kwiatkowski. He read the play and then stepped up through the hole and made the stop about 3 yards deep in the backfield.
Greg's been waiting a long time to go back on that football field, now starting to make his presence felt. Under the 10-minute mark, 3rd and 11 from the 34 for the Rangers. Millardy has Wellington wide to the left side. Man split on the right is Judd Clements. Clements now goes back in motion. And now Millardy wants a timeout.
Well, Permian started shifting their defense, and they shifted into something evidently that Millardy said, ain't no way, baby, this ain't going to work.
Now, one problem that the Rangers have had in preparing for this game is that their team went on a retreat for 3 days, throughout Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Their team was gone on a retreat.
A sabbatical.
Unable to practice. And that's not the ideal situation for a team when they're preparing to play Permian. Coach Gary Pasqua has been at Jesuit for 30 years, and so he's learned that things like this do happen. And the distraction for Permian, of course, has been homecoming, which coaches don't always like from a football standpoint.
Homecoming and the end of the 6 weeks, grade cards coming out this week, and all this type of thing, all of that contributed to the distractions for Permian.
.9:34 left to go in the first half of play with Permian in control 14-0 right now, but Dallas Jesuit or Dallas Jesuit, whichever you prefer. Let's say Dallas Jesuit. Calling that timeout.
Well, Jesuit has managed to pick up a total of 23 yards in offense so far in the first quarter and a half of this ball game. Permian's with 151 yards at this point, 84 yards rushing and 67 yards passing.
See if the crowd's still here. Oh, they're there. Okay.
Yes, the individual rushing leader at this point, of course, is Ardre Villa. He has 4 rushes for 83 yards. Not bad.
3rd and 11 from the 34. Millardy keeps it and goes down. He reaches the original line of scrimmage, but Chad Williams pushes him back. So it'll be another 4th down, another punt. Chad Williams has had a good ball game for the Panthers today. Earlier on in the year, he was one of our Texas Institute of Sports Medicine defensive players of the game. And, of course, after this one, we'll be naming our offensive and defensive players of the game, courtesy of Texas Institute of Sports Medicine. Chad Holloman will drop back in punt formation and ready to receive for Permian. It'll be Arve Villa along with Lloyd Hill.
And Trent Hendricks in a short up man position in this punt formation, receiving team, whatever.
Under the 9-minute mark, Holloman gets the snap and gets the kick away from almost his own 25. A floater taken by Hill inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line when he gets going. He's reached the 30. Hill goes left side, has some room, cuts up to the 45-yard line. Nice return by Lloyd Hill before he was brought down by Chris Hatcher.
Lloyd Hill having a good game this afternoon. Of course, the working on the passing game somewhat more for the Permian Panthers gives Lloyd a chance to display some of his talents, which are numerous and outstanding.
Yes, they are.
And good.
Permian started their last series from the 45. That one ended in an interception. Now from their own 45, Hill is left. Flip comes to Brian Rogers. Rogers into Jesuit territory.
Gone.
He has one man to beat and beats him. That's a mojo touchdown, number 3, as Adrian Villa escorts him into the end zone.
Tell you what, Brian Rogers did a good job that time of saying, whoops, wait a minute, you're not going to tackle me. I got a blocker coming here. Watch him. He does a real good job of following his block right here. He comes down through right there. He makes a good miss, makes someone miss. Then he looks around. He's got his eyes on the man coming up, stops, moves around him, goes on around him, and
now our
chunks on to
Adrian
the
says, go ahead, go on in.
Go on. I'm here. No problem.
Try for the point after by Clint Stewart. Snap back, and the kick is good.
And Stewart's point after attempt is good.
8 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Panthers have increased their lead. It's now 21-0 over Dallas Jesuit. The scoring drive, or the one play, took, 11 seconds, 55 yards, and, of course, one play.
One play, 11 seconds, 25 yards.
That's it.
55. What was it?
55. 55 yards.
Yeah. Rangers number 22, Judge Clemens, number 28, Jamie DeSmith. Kicking for the Panthers.
That brings the Odessa Permian Panthers up to 206 yards of offense, 199 on the rush, and 67 yards on the pass, with still 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 139 yards, on the rush. Yes, that makes better sense. Thank you. Individually, Rogers now 3 carries for 58 yards, averaging 19 yards a carry. That's not bad. And Arve Villa has 4 carries for 83 yards at 20 yards a carry. So the yards per carry is rather impressive.
For Brian Rogers, that is his first touchdown run of the year. Stepping in for Chris Comer. So the ball is teed up. They have to hold it because of the wind. And the kick is made by Malcolm Hamilton. It bounces into the end zone, and the Rangers will have it on a touchback. So far, the Permian defense has done its job today, allowing just 1 first down for Jesuit. And they've looked very good.
Yes, they have. There's large arguments going up here about the rule of whether the ball is touched or untouched going into the end zone, but an untouched ball going into the end zone
Wait a minute, this
is
may be-
automatically dead.
Forget it. This
It's
may
not
be
a
better.
live ball.
This might be better than the game. Bring the cameras up here.
Now, if he had touched the ball and it had gone into the end zone, it would still be a live ball. And then somebody could get on it and score whatever.
Thank you for that clarification. Back to the action. Billy Little gets the ball to the 26-yard line.
Nice little counterplay that time by the Jesuit Rangers.
Zane Watson the stop. Steve Womack was there also for Permian.
Comes back in and pounds away there, picks himself up. Good hard running.
Coming down on the 8-minute mark, 2nd and 4 for the Rangers, who will send Fred Wellington wide to the left side. Billy Little, Chad Holloman behind quarterback Mike Millardy. Rangers keep it on the ground and go down
nowhere.
to the ground. Robbie Benelli.
You know, when you start coming behind big number, whatever his number is, 68, I believe it is, the 280-pound Liddell Hill for Jesuit Rangers, when you're playing defense across from him, it takes a little while to run around him and get to the ball carrier.
No pickup on that last play, so it'll be 3rd and 4. 7:15 and counting left in the first half, with Permian leading it here 21-0. Homecoming 89 for the Permian Panthers. Wellington goes out wide left. Millardy. Little. Stopped. Punt. 4th down. Zane Watson for Permian makes the stop.
Well, they ran behind Little, but the tacklers cut in behind Little's block and made the tackle.
So the Permian defense getting a nice round of applause from the Panther crowd.
It's your basic slow developing play.
Lloyd Hill and Arve Villa dropping deep to receive the kick with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in West Texas.
A little windy, but nice.
Chad Holloman gets the kick away from the 15, end over end. Villa has it. Arve fumbles the ball, picks it up, going left side. That was a designed play, I think, as Arve takes it inside the 45.
Wrong. In fact, there will be some talk about that in practice on Monday afternoon.
Well,
I
Arve is having a tough time here hanging on to the football this afternoon. Goes through his hands once again.
Picks up. I tell you what, it looked like for a moment there he had a little channel there, and I thought, whoops, he's going. But there was somebody stepped inside, did a nice job of bringing him down.
So the Permian offense back out, trying to increase the 21-0 lead with 6:04 left in the first half of play. 2 of the drives have been just one play, long scoring plays. Stoney Case looks to throw, has time, airs it out deep, looking for Lloyd Hill, and he will not have it tipped in the end zone, and it looked like Lloyd might pick it off, but he couldn't come up with it.
The world's longest juggling act here.
Kevin Bauer and Jamie DeSmet, both back there for Jesuit.
I thought one of them intercepted, then I thought the other one intercepted, then I thought Lloyd was going to get it, but nobody got it. Long throw by Stoney Case. He that's
barely got it away, too.
That's about all he can throw. There's one tip. He bounced off the guy's helmet. And Lloyd says, wait a minute. Come on.
Stoney has had one interception today, was looking for a touchdown toss there, but couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10. Case looks to throw, does so, completed to Faulkner. 1st down inside the 30.
Nice job of catching by Faulkner that time. He running a little drag pattern across the middle and broke open. And about the time it looked like Stoney Case was going to run, he says, oops, Faulkner's open. Let me throw it to him.
Kevin Bauer, Brian McMaster making the stop. Faulkner has had a touchdown grab today, and then that reception, his 2nd of the afternoon. 5:35 and counting down. 1st and 10 from the Jesuit 28-yard line. Case flips it out to Lloyd Hill. Hill looking for running room and will be on his feet. And Lloyd did all of that on his own after he caught the football on the screen behind the line. John Ledford brought him down.
It was kind of I believe you're going to notice it's kind of a little one-man screen out here. Actually, I think Lloyd is probably the secondary receiver on this play. And he just, well, he might have been down a little earlier than that, folks. Looked like the ball might have touched the ground about 3 yards quicker than he did.
Gary Gaines watching his team on a 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Hill has it inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And a pass from Stoney Case. Jamie DeSmet brought him down.
Quick slant by Lloyd Hill. He's a long, tall, rangy receiver, and it's tough to defend this. And he gets it.
Well, how many catches for Lloyd? It's
a bunch.
Yeah, 7 or 8, I believe.
Several.
Clock running with 4:35 left to go. 1st and goal from the 4. And that's a mojo touchdown. Number 4, Brian Rogers, his 2nd of the day. As the Panthers take it in again. And there's something unusual that you don't hear very often, and that is Stoney Case barking the signals out. You don't always get a chance to hear that, but today
Lance Stewart,
you can hear it pretty easily up here in the press box.
Yes. And he's not talking any louder.
No. Try for the point after by Clint Stewart. It's off to the right and no good.
The kick is no good.
They did this last year.
Remaining to play before the
They missed one.
That's right, yeah. Missed the extra point. 4:20, but this time it wasn't run back. 4:20 left to go in the first half of play. The Panthers in control, 27-0 over Dallas Jesuit. This is the Channel 7 Sports Production.
Breathe, breathe. Before heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Carwell Service Incorporated, Odessa, Texas, buys leases for production and for salvage. Car specializes in maintenance work, workovers, and completions. They also specialize in plug and abandonment. Carwell Service Incorporated has cement mud mixing equipment, Gardner Denver PA8 triplex pumps, and casing jacks rated at 1 million pounds. Carwell Service Incorporated also has used production equipment, used tubing, and used casing for sale. In today's business world, the telephone is indispensable. Even the slightest downtime can affect sales and service. That's why Modesto Telephone Systems offers Ultracom AT, a product of Thai Communications, perfect for small to mid-sized companies. Discover the high performance of Ultracom AT and other unique phone systems at Modesto. Home-owned and operated so your investment stays here in your community. With service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Modesto today for a free cost estimate. Modesto Telephone Systems, your local telephone company, 563-0266.
Malcolm Hamilton ready to kick the ball on down the field. Malcolm's done a good job the last few games in his kickoffs. He has that wind behind him right now.
Well, it's really a kind of a crosswind. He needs to hook the ball off to the left and let it float back to the right. He kicks it kind of a bouncer on the ground, and it doesn't go anywhere. And he brings it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where Dallas Jesuit will set up this series of downs. Lloyd Hill being worked on a little bit on the sideline over here.
It doesn't look like anything serious. It's a little more tape down there, I think. Scoring drive for Permian. 5 plays, 140, wait a minute, start again. 5 plays, 1 minute, 44 seconds, 57 yards. And that last drive capped off with the run from Brian Rogers.
Dallas Jesuit up to a whole 32 yards of offense in the game so far.
1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. Flag will fly as there is a little bit of running room right there for Judd Clements. Steve Womack making the stop.
Head linesman throws the flag. Either somebody moving or somebody offside.
So the clock will stop with 4:10 to go.
He starts out, it's a dead ball foul. It's illegal procedure against Dallas Jesuit, so that play didn't count, and we go back to the first down and mark out 5, and it'll be a 1st and 15.
Uh-huh.
Procedure against the Rangers.
They proceeded illegally.
Gee.
That's what that officer kept trying to tell me. You're proceeding illegally,
Right.
fella.
95 miles an hour is illegal.
I wasn't going that fast.
I see. But I've got a news story, sir.
He didn't buy that story either.
I'm news director. I didn't buy that one either. No. 1st and 15 for the Rangers.
It was something more to the tune of, don't put that trash on me, boy.
Yeah. And don't forget halftime. You'll get a chance to enjoy in just a few moments with the Marching Mojo Band and, of course, homecoming ceremonies for 1989, the crowning of the homecoming queen.
I don't want to be critical, but they marked off a 6-yard penalty instead of a 5.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 16.
Rangers need all the help they can get, don't they?
Yeah, they went back one too many.
Millardy to throw. And this one will be intercepted out of bounds. No, it was just knocked down. Closest man to it back there defending for Permian was Blake Tucker.
Number 33, Chad Holloman from Blackman.
Also defending.
Well,
was
let's watch this. This is not bad. He chunks the ball. It goes down the field through the air. It comes down, and yes, Blake Tucker got his hands up on it. Johnny Seeley also there on the coverage.
2nd and 15 for Jesuit. Clock will stop with 3:40 to go in the first half of play. And there you see on the sidelines Stefan Hansen, who we did a story on this past week. Stefan, a foreign exchange student from Denmark, who may get in a little bit later for some extra points.
Ooh, screenplay. Nice call.
Pass completed to Billy Little out of the backfield.
He got 7 yards on the play, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 8. He got about 8 yards on the play because he had a 6-yard penalty to overcome. I don't know how you get 6-yard penalties. You have to check the rule book on that one.
Blake Tucker, also there for the Panthers. Coming down on the 3-minute mark, 3rd and 9, out to the 34. Manelli will call a timeout as he saw something he didn't understand, and so he decided to call time and talk it over with his coaches. Head coach Gary Pasqua for the Rangers from Dallas Jesuit. There you see it, 27-zip right now. Permian has put the ball in the end zone 4 times, and chances are they'll put it in a couple more before this day is over. You're enjoying high school football here tonight on Channel 7. Tomorrow afternoon on Channel 7, the winless, walkerless, and somewhat hapless Dallas Cowboys.
That's tacky.
I don't write it, I just read it. Take on the Chiefs in Kansas City in NFL action tomorrow, 12 noon on KOSA TV, Channel 7.
You really enjoy kicking people when they're down, don't you?
Well, it may be tacky, but the problem is it's
true.
True, yeah.
I didn't say anything about the truthfulness of it. I just said, you know,
well,
you could
Cowboys...
say the winless, walkerless, and trying Dallas Cowboys.
Trying, yeah.
They're the most trying team I have ever tried to follow in my life.
Well, they have a chance. They have a chance tomorrow against the Chiefs, so hopefully they can break out of the string, which has them at 0-6, just like Dallas Jesuit. They don't have a chance to break out of it today. 3rd and 9, Jesuit trying to get it down the field. Knocked away, intercepted by Johnny Seeley. Seeley just wrestled that football away and comes down to the 20-yard line. What an interception by Seeley.
And there is a big flag thrown on the field out there, and I think it was probably either a hold or a clip. We'll see whether it occurred before or after the interception, which will determine who has possession of the football at that point. It's a clip. It's occurred afterward. An illegal block from the front below the knees.
Let's see this again, though, as Johnny Seeley just takes it away.
Yep, really did.
Fred Wellington had it for a moment, but not for long.
Oh, there was the rolling block. Yep, somebody threw a rolling body block, and that's you can't do that no more.
Boy, Johnny looked pretty good there in the open field, running with that football, naturally excited about a big defensive play for him.
Johnny Seeley has impressed me all year long. Real steady, strong player out there. He's got the size and the speed and the agility to do a great job, and he has really done an outstanding job.
So there's 2:48 to go in the first half. Permian will start from Jesuit's 47. Case, the quick toss right side. It'll be completed to Adrian Villa. Breaks 2 tackles, fumbles the ball, picks it up. He's down at the 30-yard line.
Is Adrian practicing basketball already?
No, it's an Australian rules thing. You bounce it in Australian rules.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Okay. I didn't understand that.
Sure.
Gee, I'm glad to know that.
That's one of the trick plays they are trying, although Kerry Gaines said they would stick with the normal play. Breaks out of 1 tackle. Breaks out of 2 tackle. Here comes the bounce. Right back to him. And he's down just shy of the 30. 17-yard pickup on the play. Case to Lloyd Hill, and that's a mojo touchdown. Number 5.
Whoa. Impressive. Impressive.
31-yard touchdown.
My goodness.
Tony Case to Lloyd Hill, 31-yard completion for 6. For Lloyd, his first touchdown grab of the day.
I tell you.
Not of the season, though. That'll be his 8th touchdown of the year. Try for the point after now, and here is Stefan Hansen.
Stefan, soccer player.
His first kick in front of the home crowd at Ratliff Stadium. Snap back, and that is through the upright.
Yes, sir.
The
He's
foreign
happy, young
connection
man.
to Permian tacks on another point. And
All
with
right.
2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half, the Panthers lead it now 34-0.
Goodness, goodness, goodness.
I had a great time out at the practice this week talking with Stefan Hansen. One of the things that he was telling me, we were getting shots of him kicking the football, and he said, this is typical American. I said, what do you mean? He goes, blowing everything out of proportion. I said, no, Stefan, you're a big story. You know, it's exciting to have you here. And he's very, very modest and a very nice young man.
Where does he come from?
Comes from Denmark.
Where?
That's a good question. Just Denmark.
It's a large area.
Yeah. You don't like to pinpoint it too much. But he is a foreign exchange student and did kick 2 extra points last week in the Panthers' win over Abilene. And comes out here today in front of the home crowd at Ratliff Stadium. He said he was glad he opened up on the road, but he was glad to also play in front of a little few more people here at Ratliff Stadium today. Malcolm Hamilton gets the kick away. Whoa, kick, a line drive is fielded by Jesuit.
Goodness gracious.
And
goodness
makes a pretty
gracious.
good return.
Oh, and there's the ball loose.
Fumble. Permian has it. Trent Hendricks fell on it.
And Permian has the football. Goodness gracious. You could hear that ball thump when he caught it all the way up here to the top of the press box, and then he...
Watch this again. That's Brian McMaster who got the line drive.
Let's see where he loses the ball.
Now watch
boy,
Josh
he's driving.
Sumner.
I'm not sure, but what, he wasn't down.
He was in the grass, no doubt about that.
Well, yeah, but the grasping don't count. Now, they're saying that it's going to be Jesuit's ball. That's what I thought. Yes, it is Jesuit's ball. It was not a fumble. The fumble occurred after he was on the ground. His knees, backside, and a few other parts of his anatomy were scattered around the ground, and the official said, no, that's not a fumble.
And the Rangers retain possession at their...
So the Rangers will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line is where they will spot it. 2:11 to go. For the Panthers with a 34-0 lead. Not too upset by the call.
It was an accurate call.
Mike Millardy at quarterback. On the delay. Room for Chad Holloman, who has a first down. Oh, well, I say he does. He was right at the first down marker when he was hit.
And boy, he was
it'll
hit.
Be close.
Where they're going to spot it, he didn't make it. Boy, it's close. He's about 6-8 inches short. Well, I can't see where he spotted it. Let me see. Got to watch here. They're bringing the chains out. No, they're looking at it. They're eyeing the chains. Oh, they're going to bring it out. I can't see the football. Oh, there it is. Well, oh boy, is that close. He made it.
Brian Tucker made the first big hit. So they give it to the Rangers. 1st and 10 at the Permian 47. There's 1:57 to go in the first half. The hot dogs are here early today.
Yeah, and everybody's eating them before. You're not going to get any.
I noticed that, yeah. For the rest of the half, Don Scott will do play-by-play. Don, take it away.
Thank you very much, but I'm eating a hot dog.
Rangers up to the line. Mike Millardy has receivers wide right and wide left. He's looking for the one on the wide right. Instead, it's incomplete. Pass intended for Chris Hatcher coming across out of the tight end position. Kevin Mannix defending.
Hatcher's a good-looking young man playing tight end for Dallas Jesuit. He didn't quite pull that one in, but he's well-built, moves pretty good for a big man.
6'5", 230. He's one of 2 players that Jesuit feels has college potential, Chris Hatcher and also Liddell Hill, the big 6'2", 280-pound guard, who they also feel could play on the college level. 1:32 left in the half. Jesuit trailing 34-0 in Permian territory at the 47-yard line. Movement by the Rangers, and that'll push them
Liddell
back.
Hill stood up. No, the guard stood up. Liddell Hill was outside him playing tackle, and I don't know who the guard was, but number 60
Stuart Robeson.
Stuart Robeson just stood up. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened there.
Time to go.
Well,
Second and 15.
He didn't fire off like he was on the wrong snap count. He just stood up. I'm tired of bending over. I don't know.
He got hot. There's a fly. I'm trying to help you, Stuart.
You're not much help.
Second and 15. Wellington to the
penalty.
right. Judd Clements to the
another
right.
6-yard penalty. It is. It's another 6-yard penalty. They did it again.
Ball
That's
carrier
2 in a row.
Chad Holloman. Brian Tucker making the stop.
I don't understand. They must be Aggie officials.
You think that's it?
They
Yeah.
got to be Aggies officials.
Yeah. First and 15.
2
Or,
6-yard penalties in a row.
I'm sorry, it was second and 15, which
No,
now
it was
becomes
16.
third down and 14.
It was 16. It was really, I'm sorry, but it was 16 yards. I don't know.
1 minute to go in the half. Millardy looks to throw. Pressured. And he'll be hit and down. Trent Hendricks bringing Millardy down. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the half.
34 to zips. Total of 51 yards offense now for Dallas Jesuit.
With 4 minutes remaining to play in the fourth quarter, it's Texas 24, Arkansas 20.
4th and 14. When the kick is underway, they stop the clock. The Panthers stopped it with a timeout. They have 2 remaining in this first half. And so we have a little bit of a break right now.
Yaza.
See down there on the sideline. What do you see on the sidelines? Well, you see a lot of Permian players.
A lot of Permian players. Permian band around one side and down the other side and then at the other side and at both ends and across the field and everywhere.
Pretty well covers it. Lloyd Hill and Arve Villa dropping deep to receive the kick from Chad Holloman.
Number 33, Chad Holloman.
And the Panthers have already shown that they can explode with one play, so 45 seconds is plenty of time if they'd like to put some more points on the board. Holloman, no pressure, gets it away.
Real
high kick. Arve Villa calls for the fair catch, bobbles it, but takes it at the 25.
At the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers.
So Permian has it first and 10, and they are 75 yards away from another score with 37 seconds in which to cover that length of the field.
I see. That length of the field.
Mm-hmm.
That distance.
That distance. There
on
you
the
go.
field.
Whatever. First and 10 of the 25, and number 25, Stoney Case, gives it to Brian Rogers, who takes it to the 31-yard line.
A little draw play that time.
Panthers trying to cross them up. They quickly come up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a pickup of 6 yards, 2nd and 4, 20 seconds to go. Clock running as Stoney Case looks to throw. Looking for Lloyd Hill, and he has Lloyd Hill. Hill has the football. Hill needs to get out of bounds, which he does do. Stops it with 10 seconds to go. Adrian Cantu finally brought him down. Permian has a first down, and they have taken it out to the 40.
I think the first unit has got the strong suspicion that they're not going to be around for the second half, so they're trying to do something real quick here to add to the stats in the first half.
Permian also working on
2-minute drill.
On the 2-minute drill. That's what I was thinking about there.
Minute and a half drill.
In this case, it's the 37-second drill. Yeah, it's a 10-second drill now, so there's time for 2, maybe 3 more plays.
And who all can you drill in 10 seconds?
Well, yeah, drill the ball to Lloyd Hill, or RVV is going out right. Now some confusion, so Stoney Case will call a timeout. Stoney wisely calls a timeout as he was shifting players around behind him and wasn't exactly sure, or the players weren't exactly sure who was supposed to be where. So he calls the timeout. They have 1 remaining, so they won't need to. No bonus for taking timeouts in the locker room with you. Here's my hot dog, which I'll be enjoying in a few more moments as we enjoy together the Marching Mojo Band. Where's my drink?
You don't get one today.
Said Doug was supposed to bring the drinks up here, wasn't he? Not Doug's job. Okay. Let's see.
I see everybody has decided to put me on a diet, correct?
That's right. Joe don't get one.
Joe don't get no hot dog. Okay. That's all right. I understand.
They're fresh and they're delicious.
I understand even more when I sign the time card.
Get down a hot dog.
Oh, well.
10 seconds to go in the half as Lloyd Hill is to the left, Adrian Villa to the right, Rogers and Arve Villa in the backfield. Case looks to throw, looking for Lloyd Hill, down the field, and Hill
dropped
it inside the 5. Came back for it.
Dropped it on the 4. Oh, lottie. That almost made it a 40-0 ball game right there.
Watch this again. 2 seconds left in the half.
Long throw. Lloyd Hill cuts back under. Who's got it in his hands and drops it? Well, they can try that again.
Jamie DeSmet was defending. And he was doing just what that kid's doing. Hands up, waving them just like that. I think that's what that young man was doing, displaying the defensive technique right there.
I see.
Wasn't trying to get on camera at all.
No.
2nd and 10 from the 44. Last play of the first half, barring a penalty.
Very good, Kurt.
No surprise. Case goes to the air, looking for Alan Wiles. Instead, it is intercepted. Second interception of the day.
And the year.
And the year for Stoney Case. Time has expired in the first half from Ratliff Stadium, and the Permian Panthers are on track for win number 7 of the year. It's 34-0 at halftime. We'll be back with our halftime feature, the Marching Mojo Band, and homecoming ceremonies in a moment. This is the Channel 7 Sports Production.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We created the Sony Handycam video camcorder to be a part of some memorable trips, some fascinating journeys, some unforgettable memories. But nothing compares to a trip we took in May of 1989 when the Sony Handycam was a privileged passenger on the Space Shuttle Atlantis. After preserving memories for so many families, we're proud to have had the opportunity to preserve them for history.
JR's Off-Road Racing Complex and Coca-Cola present the last big event of the season. It's Sand Drag Racing Sunday, October 22nd, featuring dragsters, sandrails, and ATVs. Plus, see Mark Miller's Blown Funny Car against Johnny Oldham's Injected Alcohol Dragster. Admission $5, underage $2. Celebrate Halloween at Heartland, featuring Steve O'Neill, plus comedy acts, costume contest, happy hour specials, and The Witch's Brew.
I needed a doctor. My wife called the physician's referral service at Odessa's Women's and Children's Hospital, you know, Phil. And my new doc is great. But I was just a little nervous about going to a women's and children's hospital for day surgery. Well, not to worry, he says. They'll do a great job and it's convenient and affordable. And you know, he was right. Hey! From now on, Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital is my hospital, too.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Well, we want to welcome you to the halftime performance by the Marching Mojo Permian High School Band as they perform at this homecoming 1989. Kurt, lovely young ladies will be crowned as queens a little bit later on. They're proceeding down the sideline right now on the track, and the band is prepared to step it off out on the field. I hear the whistles blowing, and here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the greatest band in the land, the Permian High School Marching Band. Congratulations with the National Mojo with
Remembering the good old days, let's walk down memory lane to the time of Bobby Socks and Ponytails as the band performs Break It Up Is Hard to Do and Lover Come Back to Me. accomplishing great things. 30 years of honor and respect. Our banner has waved over many a field of battle. We have been victorious in our struggles for scholarship and athletic excellence. We will always be loyal to our honor, our value, and our school. Permian, we can't help falling in love with you and what you want us to be. Representing the beauty, grace, and charm of Permian High School are our homecoming nominees. Shelby Adams, escorted by her father, Mr. John Adams. Rena Dominguez, escorted by her father, Mr. Eddie Dominguez. Amy Lambert, escorted by her father, Mr. LaDoyce Lambert. Tracy Lawrence, escorted by her uncle, Mr. David Medlock. Lynette Snyder, escorted by her father, Mr. Bob Snyder. Darcy Rushing, escorted by her father, Mr. Dorsey Rushing. Mona Spears, escorted by her father, Mr. Willie Spears. Danielle Pitts, escorted by her father, Mr. Dan Pitts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for this year, 1989-1990, the homecoming queen for Permian High School is Tracy Lawrence. Presenting our queen with the symbols of her office, the rose, crown, and roses, are Student Council President Charles Duham. Charles will be assisted by Executive Board members Scott Kelly, James Duham, Julie Cranford, Kristen Buck, and Amy Webb. Congratulations, Tracy. May your reign be a happy one. drug-free and are wearing red ribbons provided by the Essex County Bar Association to let you know about their decision. The band officers for L. Dutches. Our flag lieutenants are Melanie Michaels and Jill Phillips, with drum majors O.D. Wilson and Bliss Rogers. The band is under the direction of Mr. Van Ragsdale and Mr. Michael Watt.
I needed a doctor. My wife called the physician's referral service at Odessa's Women's and Children's Hospital, you know, Phil. And my new doc is great. But I was just a little nervous about going to a women's and children's hospital for day surgery. Well, not to worry, he says. They'll do a great job and it's convenient and affordable. And you know, he was right. Hey! From now on, Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital is my hospital, too.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Carwell Service Incorporated, Odessa, Texas, buys leases for production and for salvage. Car specializes in maintenance work, workovers, and completions. They also specialize in plug and abandonment. Carwell Service Incorporated has cement mud mixing equipment, Gardner Denver PA8 triplex pumps, and casing jacks rated at 1 million pounds. Carwell Service Incorporated also has used production equipment, used tubing, and used casing for sale. In today's business world, the telephone is indispensable. Even the slightest downtime can affect sales and service. That's why Modesto Telephone Systems offers Ultracom AT, a product of Thai Communications, perfect for small to mid-sized companies. Discover the high performance of Ultracom AT and other unique phone systems at Modesto, home-owned and operated so your investment stays here in your community, with service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Modesto today for a free cost estimate. Modesto Telephone Systems, your local telephone company, 563-0266.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the halftime, a great halftime performance, the crowning of the halftime queen. Congratulations to all the queen candidates at Odessa Permian High School, a lovely bunch of young ladies. For the halftime stats, well, Odessa Permian has rushed for an amazing 149 yards and passed for 160. That's 309 yards total offense. the first half of play. And that stacks up against 43 yards rushing, 8 yards passing for Dallas Jesuit, total of 51 yards. The passing stats are really rather impressive. Not only 160 yards, but Tony Case has hit on 10 of 14 passes. He has had 2 interceptions, but his passing completion ratio is 71.4% completions in the game. That's outstanding. I don't care what kind of football you're playing. And they really had a very, very good first half of play as far as their offense is concerned, and the defense has been outstanding. 14 first downs for Permian, 2 first downs for Dallas Jesuit, and that figure was perhaps a little misleading because every time Permian got the ball, they went all the way, it seemed like. So a lot of long runs there, Kurt. Penalties, 1 for 15 against Permian, 3 for 15 against Dallas Jesuit, and actually that figure should be 17 because they marked off 2 6-yard penalties instead of 5-yard penalties. Third down attempts and conversion. Permian had 1 third down. They converted that. Dallas Jesuit has had 6 third down attempts, and they have not converted yet. So, 34-0 is the score, and what else can you say?
Well, I can tell you about the scoring for the Permian Panthers, which has a 34-0 score on there right now, as you see our view from the press box. And this view is taken by Longhorn Todd Taylor, who I don't think if Todd knows yet that the Horns have beaten Arkansas down there. That'll make him a little happier as he gets ready for the second half of this ball game. Scoring-wise for Permian, Arve Villa scored the first touchdown of the day for the Panthers. 7:43 to go in the first quarter. Later in that first quarter, there was a touchdown pass from Stoney Case to Mike Faulkner, making it 14-0. After that, it was Brian Rogers, a 55-yard touchdown run. Rogers added another touchdown run with 4:20 to go in the half. And the final touchdown was on a pass from Stoney Case to Lloyd Hill. That was with just over about 2:11 to go in the first half of play there. So it's 34-0 right now, as Clint Stewart hit all but 1 extra point. Stefan Hansen came in, and Stefan connected on 1 extra point. All that adds up to a fairly dominating performance so far by Permian.
Well, I think it's exactly what everybody expected and forecast in the game. 34-0 lead. I think Permian was favored by, 38, 48?
48 coming in.
48 coming in. They're definitely on track to do that much. And, it's a lot of what we expected. I'll say this much for Dallas Jesuit. They certainly haven't stopped trying. They certainly haven't stopped playing. They've got some young men. And, Kurt, to me, it's got to be really tough to play on a ball club that is a fairly decent ball club and who may very well win the Texas Parochial League championship for the year, but to come out and play top 10 teams all the time, getting beat 40, 50, 60 points a ball game, that's a little disheartening to me.
Yeah, Gary Pasqua likes it that way, saying it prepares his team by playing tough competition when they play in their own league. However,
which is 3 games or 2 games.
Right,
or
yeah, 2 or
like
3 games. Last year they went 2-9, yet finished second in state. So it is very misleading, but you have to get into these young men going into the season that they need to constantly improve, that getting beat by big margins shouldn't affect them. But I agree with you. I think it has to.
I'll tell you what, when I was playing ball, you would have never got me into that mood.
34-0 our halftime score, just about ready for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll show you that third and fourth quarters on Channel 7 in just a moment.
With a dry, arid climate and moderate temperatures, Pecos is becoming a home for many retirees. The sun shines bright and the stars are spectacular. You know what I mean. The air is clean and almost anything you want within an easy drive. It's no wonder those who are looking for a place to live in comfort and to enjoy their retirement are finding the road to Pecos. Retirement in Pecos country, going and growing every day. Pennzoil Sulfur Company, proudly supporting the rebirth of Pecos country.
Breathe, breathe. Poor heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Channel
7 Good Viewing Reminders. Weekdays at noon. Watch every day with Joan London on Channel 7. Oprah Winfrey is number 1 weekday afternoons at 3. And now, watch Growing Pains Part 1 and Part 2 weekday afternoons at 4. Growing Pains on Channel 7. Jeopardy continues your popular favorite at 5 p.m. Then enjoy All the Laughs with Channel 7's Night Court weekdays at 6:30. And your favorite MASH medics are back weeknights at 10:30 here on Channel 7 KOSA TV.
Okay. Dallas Jesuit will kick off to Permian as we start the third quarter here, as the Panthers have the big 34-0 lead. Again, our congratulations go out to the 1989 and the 90 homecoming queen, Tracy Lawrence, who was crowned during halftime ceremonies, and an outstanding job by the Permian Marching Mojo Band once again during halftime. There's the kick, high and deep, taken by Arve Villa right at the goal line. He comes out with it. He's out to the 15, the 20. Arve spins down at the 27-yard line. Chris Hatcher got to him first, and that's where Permian will start their drive as we begin the third quarter. First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Villa does a good job of running the ball up here and finishing off the run at the end. He tries to spin loose and get a little bit more, but he did a good job. Brought it out. Anytime you get past the 20, that's plus yardage. He's out to the 26, so he's got 6 yards plus.
Starting unit stays in the ball game in this first offensive series of the second half. Stoney Case, receivers wide right and wide left. Case keeps it on the ground, up the middle to Villa with running room. Arve, first down. Arve into the open field. Arve has a football field in front of him. And that's the Mojo touchdown, number 6.
Whoa-wee, whoa-wee, whoa-wee. Well, Arve Villa certainly padded his stats on that run. From the 27-yard line, watch it. He just takes it here on a simple little counter trap play, and here he comes. And he breaks one tackle right there, and it's off to the races time, and there's no one out there that's got the speed to catch him.
4 of Permian's touchdowns have been just one-play drives. Stefan Hansen is in there for the try, for the point after once again. Stoney Case to hold. Snap back, ball down, and it's no good. It goes wide one way or the other. It looked good from here, but it
beat me.
I guess it wasn't. So it's 11:43 to go in the third quarter. Permian up now 40-0.
40-0. That's where Gary Faust coaches now. The Akron Zip.
The Zip, that's right, he does. Former Notre Dame coach, and of course Notre Dame played Southern Cal this afternoon, and another tremendous chapter to that rivalry. Was that a good ball game? Villa with 156 yards rushing this afternoon.
Whoa-wee. Yes, sir. 156 yards. He's averaging 31.2 yards every time he touches the football.
Well, it helps when you get 75 on one carry. No doubt about that.
That's unbelievable.
Permian crowd, which stayed here to watch this second half, is now trying to fight for a football as the cheerleaders are throwing that out. There's the kick by Malcolm Hamilton. Ball will be brought out across the 25, out the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. So the 11:37 to go in the third quarter. The Ranger offense is back out there, and warming up on the sidelines for Permian is Shane Young, one of the Panther backup quarterbacks, warming up along with Clint Stewart, another one of the backup quarterbacks. So either Shane or Clint will probably be in there on that next series. First and 10 from the 27. Man in motion behind Millardy. Millardy hands it off. A flag will fly as Billy Little got the football.
I think there was some, I don't know, strange-looking play as it developed that time. I was watching, see what Permian would do when they brought that man in motion as to whether they were, oh yes, the man turned upfield. The motion man turned upfield before the snap of the ball. That'll cost them 5 and march it backward.
No, it cost them 6. It's 6 when it's a penalty against Jesuit, remember?
No, they got him 5 this time.
Oh, okay.
They only marked off 5. Very good.
So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15.
Our Aggie spotter up here is trying to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's real simple. You add the 2 that are on one side of the yard marker, 3 on the other side. That makes 5. 2 and 3 are 5.
There we go.
Even at A&M.
Ronnie Stapleton, our spotter once again, and Mike Sneed, our statistician for the ball game here this afternoon. 1st and 15 from the 22. Officials deciding where they're going to be eating tonight after the game.
Somebody from Permian's trying to get in there and see if we can't.
They're going to tell them some good places to go.
Yeah, somebody was supposed to cook the brisket and they forgot. Bad. Not sure. I think the Permian say we didn't really want the penalty. We wanted the down, but it was a dead ball foul that occurred before the snap of the ball. Didn't have any choice.
So we're back to action on 1st and 15. Millardi gives it to Holloman,
who gains about 3-4 yards as he dives forward.
Zane Watson to stop. It'll be 2nd and 12 as the ball is put down right at the 30-yard line. Under the 11-minute mark, that is
Try
Sam
the 25-yard line.
25.
Did
You're right.
you go to A&M too?
Yeah, I'm standing beside him. It's rubbing off. That was Tam Hollings, that defensive coordinator that you saw on the sideline.
Well, there is no Illinois A&M, so I guess we'll have to call Southern Illinois A&M.
No.
Whoa, oh boy.
Big hit. Todd Allen making the first big stick right there.
Oh, he ran. Oh, watch this. As he comes down the line,
wow.
First of all, he just gets creamed by Todd Allen, and then other people fall up on top of his bod.
11:20 and counting down. Left
Todd
in the
Allen,
third quarter.
Chris McMillan had a little stunt going in the line that time. They looped around each other, and Todd Allen came through absolutely untouched. Quarterback made that.
3rd and 13 from the 24-yard line. There's a 1-yard loss on that play. Receiver wide left. Johnny Seeley getting ready to defend against Fred Wellington. Millardi to throw. Hit as he throws. It's in the air, and it is incomplete. Kevin Mannix was coming across there, had a shot at it.
And I tell you what, Millardi really got racked just as he let this ball go. Who is it trailing him on the backside there?
That's Robbie Manelli.
Robbie Manelli. And he caught him with his arm up in the air, and that hit went right into his rib.
There for the Rangers, it was Kevin Wilson that had a shot at it.
That's their 7th attempt at a 3rd down conversion. They are so far unsuccessful.
Clock will stop with 9:51 to go in the 3rd. So the Rangers forced a punt on 4th and 13. That series losing 3 yards. The kick away by Chad Holloman. End over end will be taken at the 41 by Lloyd Hill. Hill takes it into Jesuit territory, brought down at the 46.
Carrier stopped at the Ranger 46-yard line.
So we'll put the Permian offense back out there. And now the fun starts as we have some substitutions coming in the ball game right now for the Panthers.
Multitudinous self-substitution.
At quarterback for Permian, it'll be Blake Tucker.
Okay.
167-pound senior. Coming wide to the right side, it is Ben Arnold. To the left, Larry Serrano. In the backfield, Josh Sumner, along with Joby Teagarden. The ball going to Josh Sumner, who picks up the first down.
Great job of fakery in the backfield that time by Blake Tucker. He really hid the ball extremely well. He faked out to Teagarden, and he handed off to Summer and faked out to Teagarden, and I wasn't sure who had the football for a minute.
Jamie DeSmet bringing Josh Sumner down.
Jamie DeSmet smelled it out. Smelt it out.
Smelt. That's it. 1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 35. 9:14 to go in the 3rd. Arnold coming back in motion. Giving the football to Teagarden. Teagarden hit after a short pickup.
About 4 yards.
Adrian Cantu on the stop, coming up from the cornerback spot.
At 4 yards of whack, you can move the ball down the field rather consistently.
So the Permian first offensive unit came out for one drive, which actually ended up being one play in the second half. They'll now take a break.
Yes, sir. I told you at the end of the first half they were working real hard there because they knew they were about through for the day.
2nd and 6. Tucker, the handoff. And again, that was Teagarden with the ball. Greg Vandeloon.
Number 63.
Sounds like a exotic bird, doesn't it? A Vandeloon.
Sounds like a Dutch aristocracy to me.
That could be that too. Very regal.
Regal.
Yes, we're part of the Vandeloon family. Oh, it's a car. I'm sorry. 3rd and 3.
Oh,
and the Panthers
nice
have
run.
the first down. Josh Sumner picks it up. Jamie DeSmet on the hit.
Josh Sumner is doing a good job that time of just power football running right straight ahead. Watch this. He lowers his head and shoulders, follows his blocks, and gets everything there is to get. Good job of running.
1st and 10. Permian has moved the ball to the 24-yard line after they started at the 46.
Full house backfield.
Handoff. Josh Sumner breaks one tackle, needs to beat one man, can't do it, but he still has a 1st and goal. Jamie DeSmet brought him down from behind. Josh Sumner picks up another Panther first down.
Josh Sumner got a great block out here on the outside. A seal block right there, that number 80. And a good job of running after he got there that far. Also, Permian offense. Let me see who it is. I got to find out who made the block. The block.
Number 80, Mike Faulkner.
Mike Faulkner.
There we
did a
go.
good job. Real good job. He sealed it out. He knocked the hole open to the outside.
1st and goal at the 9. Alan Wiles out of the backfield, takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Alan Wiles, the ball carrier.
And Josh Sumner is blocking on a large individual down there, folks. Watch him as he hits on number 78 there. Well, of course, Josh Sumner's helped double team on him. But, boy, that's a mass of humanity that he's blocking on.
Under the 7-minute mark, left in the 3rd quarter. Permian trying to increase a 40-0 lead. Blake Tucker at quarterback. Full house. Gives it to Josh Sumner, who is hit as he gets to the 3-yard line by David Bandmiller and Jamie DeSmet. DeSmet's been in a lot of those plays today for the Rangers.
Certainly has.
Chris Hatcher has too. Look at that shot from the sideline.
And you'll see how
by Todd Taylor.
Violent the game is.
Yeah.
This is not a contact sport. It's a collision sport. Thank you.
Who said that last week? Somebody said
I
that
don't know. Somebody
in
said
an
that
NFL
last
game, yeah. 3rd and goal from the 2. Tucker, Sumner, and that's a mojo touchdown. Number 7.
Whoa. 46, and they've missed 2 extra points. It's going to be 48 already. And I think that was the margin they were favored by?
That's right. They're getting ready to cover the spread. Well, no, they won't yet. It is 48 they're favored by. Permian won last year, 48-2. The 2 on a return after a fumble on an extra point attempt.
Yes, I'll always remember that's the only time we've ever seen it happen.
Yeah. Stefan Hansen to try the point after. And it's no good. Off to the left side.
He hooks another one.
There's 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Permian has the lead over Dallas Jesuit, 46-0. Back with more 3rd quarter action in just a moment.
A world of extraordinary sharpness and detail from Sony and Harold's Electronics. Harold's Electronics can show you Sony's new 8mm high-performance camcorders. They record a picture in exceptionally low light and weigh as little as mini 35mm cameras. Choose the one to fit your needs and you'll enjoy a new, sharper image. How sharp? This commercial was recorded with a Sony Hi8 camcorder. Sony's new 8mm camcorders, in a word, excellence. From Sony and Harold's Electronics, Midland and Odessa.
In today's business world, the telephone is indispensable. Even the slightest downtime can affect sales and service. That's why Modesto Telephone Systems offers Ultracom AT, a product of Thai Communications, perfect for small to mid-sized companies. Discover the high performance of Ultracom AT and other unique phone systems at Modesto. Home-owned and operated, so your investment stays here in your community. with service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Modesto today for a free cost estimate. Modesto Telephone Systems, your local telephone company, 563-0266.
I needed a doctor. My wife called the physician's referral service at Odessa's Women's and Children's Hospital, you know, Phil. And my new doc is great. But I was just a little nervous about going to a women's and children's hospital for day surgery. Well, not to worry, he says. They'll do a great job and it's convenient and affordable. And you know, he was right. Hey! From now on, Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital is my hospital, too.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Back at Ratliff Stadium, the kick will sail into the end zone. And the Rangers will start from their own 20-yard line. The scoring drive for Permian. It took them 8 plays to go 46 yards, 3 minutes and 26 seconds, and a touchdown capped off by Josh Sumner with the short run.
Okay, stat-wise at this point, we're looking at 427 yards total offense by the Permian Panthers and 53 by Dallas Jesuit. Total offense.
Here come the Rangers up to the line. Mike Velarde remaining at quarterback, junior quarterback for Dallas Jesuit.
66-44, University 13.
Billy Little the football as he picks up about 4 yards out to the 24-yard line. All day long we've been talking about the wind being a factor here. We've showed you the flags and them in that brisk wind. Jared Jensen on the tackle there as you watch the play one more time. Let's get a chance to see what the wind is like down there on the sidelines. David Johnson has been patrolling the sidelines all day long, and let's send it on down now. David, what's that wind like there down on the field?
Thanks a lot, Kurt. Well, I want to point out how difficult it is to play in this wind right now. If you look at the flags behind me at the south end of the stadium, they're blowing from west to east. However, I'm standing close to the 50-yard line, and on the 50-yard line, it's blowing from south to north. And when you go to the north end of the field, it's blowing from north to south. In other words, the wind is swirling around the stadium, and it's probably causing some control problems for the quarterbacks in passing the ball. And also, it might be responsible for a couple of the miscues on the punts. Back to you, Kurt.
All right, thank you, David.
That's the reason that that Stefan's had problems with these extra points.
Yeah.
The wind doesn't blow in Denmark.
Is that it? Well, David just told us it is swirling around, making it kind of tough down there. 3rd and 5. There's a 1-yard pickle in that last play by the Rangers. David doing a little, is it freelancing or freeloading? Which one is it?
Freeloading.
Freeloading, okay. 3rd and 5 from the 25.
Little offsides out here.
Fumble, but Jesuit gets it.
I mean, this guy was the wide receiver was not. He was not a little offsides. He was 7 yards downfield when they snapped the ball. It's called you getting a jump. And the defender was saying, "Wait a minute, he can't do that yet." Are we going to have 5 or are we going to have 6? Let's see. Are they going to decline it and make them kick it? I don't know.
Illegal procedure penalty declined.
Well, they evidently did not call it as a dead ball foul. They allowed the declination of the penalty.
Oh, I like that. The declination of the penalty.
Yeah, actually, that's.
Did you bring that dictionary with you?
That's not real. That's not real. That's not real accurate because it was a dead ball foul that occurred before the snap of the ball. They really don't have a choice, but they gave one anyway.
Number 33.
Ah, makes the game go faster. 4:38 left in the third.
46 to zippers.
Chris Holloman in there to kick. And there it is, high floater.
Short.
Permian will let it bounce. Now we need to get away from it. And Jesuit will down the football at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 44-yard line with 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter of play.
I think that's the first time I can remember that Jesuit has punted and Permian hasn't got the ball and Jesuit's into the field. The end of the field defended by Jesuit is getting all of the action this afternoon.
Yeah.
They're going to wear holes in the turf at one end.
Clint Stewart is now in there at quarterback.
So Blake Tucker had a series. Now Clint Stewart has a series. Behind him, Joby Teagarden, Josh Sumner. To the right side, Larry Serrano. To the left, it is Ben Arnold. Pitch comes to Sumner. He'll pick up a yard before he is pushed back by the defense. Jamie DeSmet leading the charge for the Rangers.
Jimmy DeSmet is really, this guy's been in on more tackles than anybody on the field on either side of the football. And he is the safety. Does that give you an inclination of what's happening?
What did that tell you? Yeah. Coming down on the 4-minute mark. Now you say no pickup on that last play. So it remains 10 yards to go on a second down. Again, Arnold left, Serrano right. Clint Stewart, junior quarterback. Gives it up the middle to Sumner for a quick burst. And he gets it near midfield.
Stop by number 66, David Van Miller.
So it'll be third down for Permian. David Van Miller on the stop.
Well, it's obvious Coach Gaines is going to play lots and lots and lots of folks. So bear with us if we don't get names quite right or quite as quickly. We carry the depth chart about 2 deep around here, and now we're down to 3s and 4s.
3rd and 6 from the 48. And Stewart was down as he tripped as he got the football, so he'll be down behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure whether he tripped or if the nose tackle made one of those once-in-a-lifetime plays. Let's see. Now he tripped. He actually, his pulling guard stepped on his foot and tripped him.
So for the first time today,
first punt for
Permian.
Permian.
Punt, yeah.
First time they're going to punt. Well, they've got 428 yards of offense.
Steve Womack is in there to kick. Steve with a 37-yard average.
Kicking into a stiff, swirling breeze.
Low snap. Little pressure. Steve gets it away. Takes a Permian bounce. Now it goes the other way, and so Permian will down the football. Arve Villa touching it. Steve with a 37-yard average, which officially is second in district. He is second to Larry Serrano, who has a 50-yard average. However, Larry had just 1 kick for those 50 yards.
I do. I like Arve Villa that time. He tried to pull a little con game on the officials. He caught the ball and took off running like, oh, Jesuit's already touched, folks.
Didn't quite work. No.
Oh, well, it's worth a try.
Gets the Academy Award, the Emmy. 2:25 left in the third. 1st and 10. Jesuit from their own 28-yard line. Manelli has the football. Yes, he'll be down.
Ran 30 yards east and west and 1 yard north and south. Too bad the goal lines are north and south.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Stop by number 62.
It'll be second down. Matt Pomeroy.
I'm not sure he even gained a yard. That's a no gain. 0, zilch, nothing.
Nada. Nieto.
Niet.
Fred Wellington out left. To the right, it is Kevin Wilson. Millardi hands it off to Chad Holloman, who takes it across the 30-yard line. Not very far across. It'll be 3rd and long as the stop was made by Mike Faulkner.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
1:25 and counting down left in the third quarter with Permian leading at 46-0. You get a good view there of one of the Permian co-captains, Steve Womack, who's played another good ball game. Steven's been steady all year long for the Permian defense.
Right, really has been. He's had very good ball games. He's consistently done his job.
Millardi in the air, completed to Holloman, and he'll be stopped short of a first down.
Summers just absolutely put a total shellac hit on him. Watch this. I mean, this is a big young man that's got the football here. Josh Summers is not all that big, but watch the hit. Whoops, you're not going anywhere. He just gets up and walks. I'm off. That's enough. Nonsense. So another 3rd down attempt that they made that they didn't get there, and that's a whole bunch of them, 9 of them.
4th and 2, and the Rangers are going for it. What do they got to lose? They're down 46-0. They could lose possession.
Yeah, they made it. He got it. He got a first down.
stopped at the 39-yard line.
He got a first down by half a yard if they mark it where I think they're going to. Whoops, they marked it a little back. Yeah, he still made it. He made it, a first down, and that is only the, let's see, how many first downs they got? That's the third one of the game.
And that could be the last play of the third quarter. We've got 10 seconds to go, and they're still in the huddle, so I don't believe they'll come out of it. The Panthers have increased a halftime lead. And now with time expiring in the third quarter, we're headed for the final 12-minute stanza of this one from Ratliff Stadium. After 3 complete, Permian leads 46-0. This is a Channel 7 sports production.
Breathe, breathe. For heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
You know, I got my first guitar when I was 14. I always had trouble handling a C major 6. It seems like I was just a fingertip away. Today, same goes for handling criminals. If you have information that solves a felony crime with arrest and indictments, you could be rewarded with up to $1,000, and you don't have to give your name or get involved. Just call your Crime Stoppers hotline and pick on crime before it picks on you.
Ready for the final quarter from the homecoming 1989 game with the Panthers and the Rangers of Dallas Jesuit. Chad Holloman with a short pickup, punished by the Permian defense. Brian Tucker made the big hit.
Brian relinquished his starting slot to the returning Greg Kwiatkowski, but he hit that like a stout middle linebacker, and Faulkner also in there to play womp womp.
Fred Wellington heads out to the left side. Split right, Judd Clements. Clements has the football, but he is brought down by Mike Faulkner right on top of Clements. As soon as he got the football, Mike Faulkner was right with him.
In fact, I thought Mike Faulkner was going to get an interception of a handoff. Wow, I mean, he is right there.
2-yard loss on that play makes it 3rd and 9. See, Permian working on a string of shutouts right now. Since the Odessa High game, no one has scored on them. There, the defense is there again.
Oh, Lordy. That's Tucker again underneath the bottom of that. He just absolutely racked him up.
Number 32, Brian Tucker.
So it's a 4th down.
Watch Tucker come in under there. Man, he hits him hard, stands him up, puts him over backwards.
Matt Pomeroy was another one there, number 62, you see on the top of the pile, Brian on the bottom. 4th and 11. So Jesuit went for it on 4th and 2, but they won't go for it on 4th and 11. And they'll be forced to kick it out one more time.
Who's back here?
Larry Serrano is back there along with Ben Arnold. There's the kick by Holloman. And it's Serrano that gets the ball and calls the fair catch and takes it.
Boy, he had a lot of room to run if he hadn't been making the fair catch on that one, but the ball was drifting pretty badly in the wind. That's the reason he made the fair catch. It is always better to be safe than to be sorry.
Oh, I like that one. Let me write that down. 10:02 to go in the game. Permian will start from their own 23-yard line. And let's see who we have at quarterback now. Blake Tucker has had a series. Clint Stewart has had a series. And we welcome Clint Stewart back for his second offensive series. Successful last time when the ball ended up in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. With the football, that is Deveron Carroll.
Oh, I watched Deveron Carroll a couple of weeks ago. Deveron Carroll's a large young man, runs hard with the football.
Adrian Cantu on the stop. Deveron, 205-pound junior.
Boy, and I tell you what, he's every bit of it there, and he's a load when he gets to that line.
Seven-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 3. The ball to the 30-yard line. 9:25 and counting left in the ball game. Man in motion is Larry Serrano.
Josh.
And that is Malcolm Hamilton, stopped up as he gets to the 30. Kevin Brophy led the charge for the Rangers.
I'm lost. I don't know who's carrying the ball.
Kevin Brophy, number 75, and number 43.
So it'll be 3rd down for Permian. 3rd and about 3 yards to go. No gain on that last play. And Ratliff Stadium is rapidly emptying out.
434 yards total offense for Odessa Permian at this point. 274 steps on the ground and 160 through the air route.
3rd and 3. See what route they try this time. Try the ground route, and that's a first down. Carroll with the ball.
Deveron Carroll moves the pile when he hits it.
Devoren Carroll, the ball carrier.
We're saying Deveron. I'm not sure if it's Deveron or Devoren. We'll have to
Carroll.
Check it out with Mr. Carroll later. Jamie DeSmet on the hit, so if we're pronouncing your name wrong,
I wouldn't want to do that.
Devoren Carroll, please forgive us, please. He's bigger than we are. Well, no, he's bigger than I am.
So was your date.
Mean that in a nice possible way. 1st and 10 from the 35. We always get tacky when the score gets to be 46-0. I just don't understand it. 8:10 to go in the game. Long count. Flip comes back to Hamilton. Malcolm Hamilton across the 40-yard line. Jamie DeSmet on the stop. Boy, Jamie DeSmet's going to be tired today.
Jamie DeSmet's going to spend, he may have been on a retreat last week. This week he's going to be in a whirlpool all week long. This young man he's got to have made at least 50% of the tackles. And most of them unassisted. Some kind of a record.
7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. 7:35 and counting. There you see the crowd starting to leave Ratliff Stadium. Fairly sure that the Panthers will add victory number 7 of the season to this one today, after this one today.
Fairly sure? I was fairly sure before the kickoff.
Another first down. Hamilton bursts to the 45-yard line. Brian McMaster made the stop and was slow in getting up as Malcolm Hamilton went through McMaster.
Hey, how big's Brian Hamilton? He runs hard.
Malcolm, 175 pounds is what he's listed here.
Well,
I believe that was taken at the first of the spring, and he's been eating.
Yes, regularly.
1st and 10 of the 45. As they need to put the football on the hash mark.
The wind blew
the wind took
football.
it away. 7 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at the Ranger 45-yard line. Carroll leaps to the 39-yard line. Greg Vandeloon with the stop.
Devoren Carroll. And he runs on top of people and through some people. Vandeloo got the brunt of the blow that time.
Again, the line on this game is 48 points. So the Panthers now trying to cover that.
I don't think they really care.
2nd and 4.
But it sounds good.
Don, I'm trying to make this exciting. Been a word in the press box. If they don't cover the spread, they lose the game.
I see. Who said?
That's right, Mr. Who. Thank you, Mr. Who. Who said that?
Who?
Used to play first base for a team back in the 20s and 30s, I think. 3rd and 2. Jamie Jarman goes to the right, and it's Larry Serrano to the left. Clint Stewart is still in there at quarterback on a 3rd and 2 from the 37. First down, Hamilton. David Van Miller on the stop.
Well, this is one of those time-consuming, grinded-out drives that you love. If you're the coach in the lead, you love to see at the end of a ball game. You're not breaking it. You're not giving the ball back to him. You're just hammer, 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 and here comes a whole new, fresh body of troops.
A new slew of Panthers has invaded the field. See if we can pick up some of the slew.
The litter.
That is Monty Masters at center. Ben Arnold is to the left.
Another thing that is absolutely amazing, the Odessa Permian Panthers have picked up 100% of their third down conversions, or I believe.
Shane Young is now in there at quarterback. Shane handing the ball off to Malcolm Hamilton, who'll be stopped as he hits the 30-yard line by Greg Vanderloon.
That 100% can't be correct. They had one punt in the game. They didn't make it on one time. 99.9%.
Now, what was this now? What was the
They
stat?
didn't get 100% of their third down conversions.
Oh,
they had one punt.
Right. 2nd and 7. 4.5 minutes to go.
309 yards rushing, 160 yards passing, 469 yards offense.
Young gives the ball back to Emmanuel Carrasco. Carrasco takes it to the 25-yard line.
Number 26.
Close to another first down. Now he's a couple yards short.
John Ledford on the stop as Josh Sumner comes back in the ball game. Also, Derek Hickey will enter. Third and 2 for Permian. 4 minutes. 4 minutes left in the game. The ball's at the 25. This drive started from Permian's own 23-yard line.
And it's been a grinded out.
Young flips the ball back to Sumner behind a block, cuts up for a first down, spins down to the 19-yard line. Chris Hatcher the stop. Another Permian first down.
Okay. We're up to a bunch of yards. 482 yards total offense. 482 yards total offense. If they were to score from this point out, they'd be over 500 yards for the game.
The ball will be spotted right at the 20-yard line. 3:20 left. Shane Young to Hamilton. Hamilton fighting down to the 17. Chris Hatcher making the stop.
3-yard pickup on the play.
Coming in now, it is Brandon Garlick.
Oh, here's 3 more.
Uh-oh. Jody Rude, Jamie Jarman, and I missed one. Mark Blake. Second and 8 after a 2-yard pickup. 2:35 left in the game. Shane Young, fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Dallas Jesuit.
Bad pick.
Bobby Moran falling on the fumble. So the scoring drive will come up empty. 2:28 to go. We'll be back with the final 2:28 from this game in a moment with Permian leading 46-0. This is a Channel 7 Sports Production.
In today's business world, the telephone is indispensable. Even the slightest downtime can affect sales and service. That's why Modesto Telephone Systems offers Ultracom AT, a product of Thai Communications, perfect for small to mid-sized companies. Discover the high performance of Ultracom AT and other unique phone systems at Modesto. Home-owned and operated so your investment stays here in your community. With service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Modesto today for a free cost estimate. Modesto Telephone Systems, your local telephone company, 563-0266.
Breathe, breathe. For heaven, our baby's gonna be a breeze.
We do everything we can to make having your baby at Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital a healthy, happy family experience.
Oh, I wish I could have had little Alex for you.
You can't imagine how comforting that is to me.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
And here come the Rangers. 2:28 to go. They go to the air.
And the receiver fell down. just absolutely got tripped by the turf and fell down.
When the ball passed over him, his feet were closer to the ball than his hands were. Whoa!
That's painful. To your ego, at least.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Of course, 46-0 is painful to your ego also.
Yeah, that's painful. This will be the same margin of victory as we had last year. Permian won 48-2. This year it's 46-0, but there's still 2:23 to go as Jesuit tries to get that shutout off the boards. Chad Holloman with the carry, taking it across the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short for the Rangers.
Well, they've accomplished one thing. They have 2 interceptions off of Stony Case. That's more than anyone else all year has done. In fact, the only interception Stoney's had all year long. And they're working real hard to try to get up to 100 yards offense. They're up to 73 now.
Matt Pomeroy was in on the stop that last time out for Permian. Under the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the game.
Actually, it's 1:48 now.
3rd and 3 from the 30. Man in motion.
Oh, they made a first down.
You won't see wholesale substitutions. That was Chad Burrows on the stop. You won't see wholesale substitutions for Dallas Jesuit. And the main reason for that is there's no one to substitute. They have 25 players that dress.
35.
35?
30, I counted them
one
by one. There's 35 folks.
Okay, well, I was misinformed. But anyway, they only have one player that goes both ways. They shift a lot of guys in and out. But there's very few players there to make wholesale substitutions.
77 yards total offense.
1st and 10 from the 33.
4 first downs.
1 minute. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Brought down behind the line will be Billy Little, or maybe right at the line of scrimmage. Todd Allen making the stop.
Making the tackle on the play with the Panthers.
Come some more Permian Panthers in fresh or different jerseys.
Chad Burrows was also there. Okay, try to get as many names in here as we can. This could be the last play of the ball game. Mike Millardy, don't go out of bounds, thank you. Stays in. On 2nd and 10, Larry Serrano making the big stop. He went down when I said that.
No, he didn't quite get the first down. Close, but he didn't get there.
7 seconds and counting. And the Permian Panthers will celebrate the 1989 homecoming game with a victory. The Panthers control this one from start to finish. They win it 46-0. In just a moment, we will be announcing our Texas Institute of Sports Medicine offensive and defensive players of the game. Once again, our final has Permian winning at 46-0. This is the Channel 7 Sports Production.
I needed a doctor. My wife called the physician's referral service at Odessa's Women's and Children's Hospital, you know, Phil. And my new doc is great. But I was just a little nervous about going to a women's and children's hospital for day surgery. Well, not to worry, he says. They'll do a great job and it's convenient and affordable. And you know, he was right. Hey! From now on, Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital is my hospital, too.
Odessa Women's and Children's Hospital. You'll want to call us your hospital.
Carwell Service Incorporated, Odessa, Texas, buys leases for production and for salvage. Car specializes in maintenance work, workovers, and completions. They also specialize in plug and abandonment. Carwell Service Incorporated has cement mud mixing equipment, Gardner Denver PA8 triplex pumps, and casing jacks rated at 1 million pounds. Carwell Service Incorporated also has used production equipment, used tubing, and used casing for sale.
Well, with the final score, Odessa Permian 46 and Dallas Jesuit nothing, we'll take a look at the Texas Institute of Sports Medicine offensive and defensive players of the game. Down to the field with Kurt Kaiser.
All right, thank you very much, Don. A couple of the reasons the Permian Panthers celebrating a big victory today. Chris McMillan, our defensive player of the night, or of the day, actually, from Texas Institute of Sports Medicine. And on the offensive side of the football, it is Lloyd Hill who will be our offensive star. And Lloyd was a busy man out there today. I'm not sure how many catches you ended up with, Lloyd, but was the goal today to try to get you the ball a little bit more, work on the passing game against Jesuit a little bit?
Well, not really. We were going to establish the running game because the wind was a big factor, you know. And we just came to have single coverage on me, and we came out throwing. Just got to end up successful.
You had a number of catches today. Your touchdown catch was pretty sensational. Describe the touchdown grab for me.
Well, it was really just to see if I could beat my man on because they had man coverage on me, see if I could beat him. And I beat him, and I just thrown it through the ball, you know, good pass, and I caught it.
Now, a game like this, you like this much work? I mean, where you're getting that football as much as you were today?
Well, we came out, you know, just to have fun. We came out to have, you know, business, too, you know. Well, it was kind of fun, you know, during the game.
You know, a game like this, you know, you go in heavy favorites. You expected to win. You did win very easily. But what did you really want to accomplish? What did you feel like coming in you wanted to do against Jesuit?
We just came out, you know, to have fun and get better, you know, because we knew that they were going to be tough, but, you know, after that, we were going to lay down, and we just came out to get better.
Is it hard to get the adrenaline flowing for a game like this?
A little bit, but, you know, if it's a game, you know, we get pumped up no matter who we're playing.
Now, you're going to get pumped next week for Cooper, and then I know you'll be pumped for Midland Lee. Are you guys concerned about Lee now, or are you thinking of just 1 week at a time?
Well, we're just thinking it's 1 week at a time because we know Cooper, they're pretty good. You know, we got to go in thinking, you know, that we got to beat them before we get to Lee.
Okay. Good game for you. Congratulations. I like the hat. It's a nice touch for you, and we'll look for more big games in the future.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. That's Lloyd Hill, our offensive player from Texas Institute of Sports Medicine. Looks kind of like the World Series star with the hat there from Nike. Chris McMillan, our defensive star. Chris, not only a good game today, but a good game all season long for the defense. Another shutout for you guys. You had to be happy about that.
Yeah, we are. We got to play hard every game. We got to go out and play with intensity like we did today and play like it's our state game. Just hard every play.
Now, a game like this is kind of tough to get emotionally up for. I talked with Lloyd, but you mentioned playing hard. You still have to stay in there mentally, or you relax too much, I guess, won't you?
Yes, mentally and physically. We got to stay in there mentally to just do what we're supposed to do and stay on the plays and stuff. Just basically that.
Yeah. Now, Chris, all season long, people have been pointing to the defense, saying maybe the defense is a question mark. You guys are putting back-to-back shutouts. I mean, consecutive shutouts here. The defense is going very, very well right now, aren't they?
Yes. The defense is not a question mark right now. We're playing real good, playing real good ball. All of us are just hard-hitting, we're not bending. We're bending, but we're not breaking.
Mm-hmm. Now, right along the line, you had a big game today. Steve Womack has had several big games. Right along that defensive front, you guys seem like a pretty tight group.
Yeah, we are. We go and we practice long hours of the day on the front because that's where we need our practice at because that's where usually big guys like Abilene is going to hit us with the run and stuff, and so we got to play the run up the middle.
Now, I know things are going the way you would like it record-wise. 7-0 has to be where you want to be. Team-wise, do you think this team is about where you'd like it to be right now?
No, not right now. We got to improve every week, every game. We got to get ready for big games and even harder ones after today.
All right, Chris, congratulations on a big game, and we'll look for another big one next week against Cooper.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Chris McMillan, our defensive player of the day from Texas Institute of Sports Medicine. That'll wrap us up from down here on the field at Ratliff Stadium. Let's head upstairs to Don Scott.
All right, thank you, Kurt. Give you some final stats in this game, a quick summary of those stats. Rushing yardage, Odessa Permian with 325 to 71 yards for Dallas Jesuit. 160 yards passing for Odessa Permian to 14 yards for Jesuit. Total yardage, 485 yards for Odessa Permian to 85 yards for Dallas Jesuit. And the passing attempt completion interception ratio is absolutely amazing. Dallas Jesuit hit 8 of 21, about 25% of their passes. For Odessa Permian, they hit 10 of 14 complete passes and had 2 interceptions. That means there's only 2 passes that hit the ground. 2 of them went to the wrong people. But it's still a 71.4% passing completion rate for Stony Case, which is absolutely amazing. First downs, Odessa Permian with 23, Dallas Jesuit with 7. The punts, Permian only had 1 for 25 yards. Dallas Jesuit had 9 for a 32.4 average. Penalties, 1 of 15 for Permian, 4 of 20 for Dallas Jesuit. Third down attempts, Permian made it on 4 of 5, and Dallas Jesuit made it on 1 of 11. Points scored, of course, that's the final score in the ball game, 46-0. Odessa Permian winning in rather an easy walkthrough this afternoon. And for Texas Institute of Sports Medicine, that about wraps us up out here at Ratliff Stadium. We'll be back out here next Friday night for another fine high school football game. Until then, a very pleasant good afternoon.